gonna try to section this in terms of different things, and probably the U.S. news. I mean, especially nowadays, is gonna be the biggest section, but also uh, this idea of business, community, and culture, right? And in terms of the first segment on this, or the first report on this particular segment, it's the idea of zine fairs in Japan, right? And I'll link the video below. It's like a little over 3 minutes. But there's a very cool, I mean, I would say it's a very cool video on how the zine culture is getting more attention in Japan, right? And for those that don't know, the name zines comes from the shortened version of magazines, right? Zines are basically indie publications. And I'm really excited about this for a few reasons. And I suppose one is I actually have done zines before. I actually developed kind of a system for doing zines, and I'll happily share that in terms of how to kind of do this in a very convenient way. But in general, I think in this idea of a renaissance, the understanding that a lot of people should understand, or that should really carry with them, is that it is meant to be a golden age for art and literature. And really, the idea of zines becoming more popular is indicative of the idea of the gatekeeping coming really to a halt, right? Because some publishing companies, they have developed systems to profit without any particular goal to benefit society in any way, shape, or form, right? And when we're looking at a golden age, art, literature, yeah, there's gonna be some zines that are not really up to standard, but there's also gonna be some really passionate people that you get to see, really unfiltered. And I think that's really it's nice to see, and I feel like it's the hint of real that a lot of what we've kind of started platforming is missing out on. And I think another reason why this is so exciting is because the idea of the foundry. When I say the foundry, I'm not I am not talking about the Palantir foundry, but the foundry in terms of the concept, the concept for a intelligent mixed use development is that this is a place that is really designed to provide real opportunity, particularly for the indie community and dedicated indie professionals, right? In today's environment, this place is really going to be designed to provide basic health care and incentivize really income for a lot of these guys. The idea here is I want to provide a platform, a more effective platform, I'll say, and basic healthcare services to indie authors and artists alike, right? And I got this particular idea in terms of how is this practical. I got this particular idea from two places. One was my time working at Home Depot, and another time was where I was working with a nonprofit. And with Home Depot, they offered insurance almost immediately for basic health care, right? And that showed me that there was kind of a scale that was more accessible than the idea of all-in health insurance or all-out of health insurance, in terms of that's introduced to a lot of us. And the idea of the nonprofit, the leader of the nonprofit was a med student who was in contact with some healthcare professionals, right? And we, in this particular project, we were working on renovating a building, and he wanted to set up a basic clinic for just immigrants and just poor people in general, right? The idea was there would be no expensive equipment. The nurses would be able to provide a lot of the services, and it was, I mean, it was established. This wasn't like a question. And in terms of the actual development or the actual renovating that building, that didn't take place. But he was in contact with the organizations that would help him set this up. That I don't have a doubt in my mind that actual clinic was possible. Uh, and in terms of the end goal, I think universal health care is the common sense ideal, right? Nobody, like you hear Bernie talk for like 5 minutes, and it's pretty much like, what are we doing giving money to people who like aren't even going to school for healthcare? I don't even understand that.